Yeah, because we're using the Flossy 1 arrivals, so...
Flossy 4.
Flossy 4, wait. Flossy 4. Yeah, Flossy 4.
And what is the transition? Is there any transition?
The transition is Hannah.
And a transition.
You know,
Hannah transition.
Hannah
Got it.
Montana.
It's otherwise Halifax 4. Almost.
Alright. I have to figure out what the heck, which Alex, which side label, no, west, so not east. Alright.
everyone, hello, and welcome to another stream with me, Lucas. I want to thank you for coming today. I see we've had a few viewers on the last stream, so that's awesome. I do believe I have some of my sound issues sorted out, so I hope this sounds better for you. But as always, I'm not going to know if it's the right mix of sound mixture until after when I watch the stream. I've changed the way I'm viewing, so hopefully I can drag a couple of the windows on and not leave something like Navigraph in your face, which I tend to do quite often in the last few streams, so let's see if I can make this one a bit more of a success. Also, we've worked on the Fly Live Studio, the bar at the top that's going to say, where we're going, what we're doing, and hopefully that doesn't freeze on us this time. I'm not going to play around with it during the flight. I'm going to leave it alone, and hopefully it just works. So anyway, here we are. We're in Halifax today, part of the Vatsim event that's going on. As always, I'm flying with the Pilot Club. The Pilot Club is a great group of pilots who fly on many different game platforms. P3D, Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane 11, and all the other ones still. We fly on Vatsim, and we have a combination of ATC in real life, in Vatsim, in real life pilots, and all other kinds of people who are just great to chat with, all kinds of information. So if you want to join the Pilot Club, I'll drop a link in the description below. Other than that, here we are in Halifax. We're cold and dark, so let's get ready to fly. We're not going to make this too much of an instructional video. Maybe shortly we can do one of those, but in the meantime, we will make this as real ops as we possibly can. And potentially, if you guys are trying to learn something, you can follow along. So while I set this up, we can just import this from SimBrief. So there we are, going from Halifax to Newark Airport. We have a flight time of about an hour and 48 minutes. Let's make sure the operational flight plan is working. There we are. Today we're Air Canada 1013. It's the call sign we like to use. We could have used Pilot Club 11. But today seems like an Air Canada flight. Nice. Common name for us to use. Block fuel, we need 8,562 kilograms. At real time, it's going to take about 8 minutes because we didn't have much. We had 3,000 kilograms on the plane, which is something I do pre-flight. The Microsoft Flight Simulator likes to load you with about 50%, 9,000, so I would actually be defueling, which not very real to life. 3,100 kilograms or so is about pretty accurate if somebody had landed this airplane before me. So there we go, we have fuel on board, so let's go ahead and continue. Did I get the batteries on? Yes, I did. Let's get the, oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to call the truck. Here's the jetway, there's the external power. That's probably going to take another minute. Here he comes. I guess I should use the drone, I apologize. And he's going to connect any minute. Of course, you can't really see this from when you're in the cockpit, but you have communication with them. When that comes, this little available light will come on in external power, and I can click that. First thing I'm going to do is get some lights in the cabin so I can see what I'm doing. Gonna go ahead and turn on the nav and logo light. Sorry guys, let me fix that for you. Nav and logo light, let people know we're in the airplane. Turn on the no smoking sign and the arm emergency lights. As always, the no smoking sign is not a no smoking sign, it's a no electronics sign for us. We're going to leave the seatbelts off because we're still loading the fuel. Get the crew supply air on and the ground control, so we have some ATC, and we will test the cockpit voice recorder. Quite a nice test. We can test the APU. Ooh, I thought we got rid of that. Yes, we did. APU is working, and test the cargo smoke. Brilliant. So that's all working. Throttles, engines off, engine mode norm. Let's just go ahead and connect to vPilot real quick because I haven't done that. So just a moment. I can drag this on the screen, maybe so you guys can see what I'm doing. Where'd it go there? Come on back. There it is. So you guys can see VPilot, so I'm going to connect Air Canada 1013, connect. Let's go to our flight plan. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to save this. We're going to load our flight plan today, Halifax to Newark. Get rid of that. Put that back in. Let's see, 380. That all looks good, so let's file our flight plan. We have lots of ATC online, so I'm just going to move this now off the screen. Pull up the Halifax ATIS, which is Delta, so we'll put that in the back of our pocket. Altimeter 3010, and departing runway 32. Great information, we're going to need that in just a minute. While we're here, let's get back in the aircraft and get the ADIRS going, the IR1, IR2, and IR3. While we're here, we're just going to set the temperature a little bit lower in the cockpit, a little bit nicer in the back. While we're here, since it's the evening, turn on our lights. I would turn it on anyway, just because you never know. Don't even need them on very much in the evening. So we have the fuel, we have the temperatures, we've tested our APU, so why don't we go ahead and set the first ground comm, 121.9, we can hear the people around us. Oops. And we can call for our clearance. I already am on 121.9. Isn't that interesting? 121.9. Let me just check VPilot because I don't think I hear anything. That seems to be working. Turn that up a little bit. 121.9. Let's just see. Halifax ground, Air Canada 1013, radio check.
Air Canada 1013, Halifax ground, read you 5x5.
5x5 as well, thank you. Alright, so that's working, good. I just wanted to check, it was awfully quiet there. So we are now going to just set up a few things here in the MCDU. Flight number in use, that's because I pre-file after I load in. Apparently, that's what somebody actually mentioned today. A2 menu, AOC, init press, and let's load our init review, or our init. Then we're going to go back to the AOC menu because that was all correct. Weight and balance, 8562 kilograms, which is what we loaded over here. If we just double check how that's going, 8562, we're almost there. Let's go down to the second page, which is our passengers, and this is new to the development and the experimental version. So if you SimBrief, you can request from the operational flight plan. And this says today I have 155 passengers, which is what I have noted there, with a zero fuel weight of 62,382 kilograms, which is perfect, bang on. If you're having trouble with these weights and balances, you have to make sure that in the pre-flight you set your in-airplane weights to 0. Pull that slider right to the back, and then your weights won't be off by about 500 or so kilograms. As we can see, we're starting to board from the rows at the back. So that'll start going, so that's perfect. After this, we want to go ahead and get our init request, and just make sure this is all going to load in nicely. We do have a cost index today of 43, so that pulled it in. The temperature seems to be quite cold, minus 59 degrees Celsius at cruise flight temperature, and we have a headwind of 44. Oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Tropo 40340. And there's the flight plan uplink and the insert. So we have our init. Let's go to the flight plan. So I know we're going to be out of Halifax, departing runway 32 on the Halifax 4 departure. That's the only departure out of Halifax, and we'll leave that in. Let's see if the pop-up works this time for you guys. I sure hope it does, as it's on the screen capture, and that was the whole point of this. So now that that's up, we're going to fly with the charts. I could also get them prepared on the Halifax for departure. Those are very large. Give me a second. As we can see again, it's going to be on runway 32, heading 323, straight on. Sign for vectors, maintain 5,000. So if we look in here, see course 323 degrees, 5,000, and then next waypoint is Senvi, on course, Figma, and then the Q846 to Alex, which is only one waypoint, and the C276 to Label, which is one waypoint, and the C272 to Hannah, which is one waypoint, and then we have our arrival into Newark. So I'm not going to go ahead and put in the runway or the arrival just yet. That's good. So that's our flight plan. Secondary flight plan is not modeled. RadNav we're not going to use today on the departure. We'll set that up on arrival. Init B, so back to init over here. Our block fuel is 8560, so that's what we've loaded. So we're going to say 8.6 because you always round up. And we'll pull our zero fuel weight and our zero fuel weight CG from the sim, and this is where we want that headwind of 44. Great, so that's got all of our balances and our weight there. Now we have to go to performance, 3-2. That'll be nice long runway flaps 1. Transition altitude Canada, 18,000 feet. And let's go ahead and pull in the V speeds. V1 137, V2 138, sorry, VR 138, and V2 142. That's good for now. We can see all the rest isn't going to be in managed mode, and I'm not going to have to worry too much about anything on this flight. As we don't know the ATIS yet in Newark, I'll just leave in the transition altitude, 3,000 feet. So that's our diff script. We've gone through the flow. Now that we know the fuel is loaded, we can turn on the seatbelts. and
Halifax Ground, American 209 with you on hotel, 32.
We're going to call for IFR clearance soon.
American 209, Halifax Ground, welcome to Halifax. Taxi, hotel, apron at your discretion, and gate of your choice.
And welcome hotel to the ramp for gate of our choice for American 209. Thank you.
Halifax Ground, good evening. Air Canada 1013, looking for IFR to Newark.
Air Canada 1013, you are cleared to Newark via the Halifax for departure. Flight plan route. Depart runway 32, squawk code 4353.
Cleared to Newark via the Halifax for departure. Flight plan route, runway 32, squawk 4353, and we have information Delta. It is Delta, right? Yes, it's Delta.
Air Canada 1013, readback is correct. Push and start at your discretion. Call ready for taxi.
We'll call for taxi, Air Canada 1013. Alright guys, there it is. So we have our clearance, and push and start our discretion, and call in for taxi. So, let's go ahead and get the APU on. Master switch. Wait 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And the starter. We've already tested the APU engine fire up there. So let's go ahead and put in that squawk code. He gave us 4353, double clear, 4353. That's good. Let's lock the cockpit door. Let's check that we have GPS primary. That would be great. There it is in white. And check the IRS. 3 green. Perfect. And if we go to aircraft status, we see that we have the active nav. 9th of September to 6th of October, the active AirAx cycle. So that's perfect. Let's set the QNH which we got from the A2nx, which was 3010. Which is, I cheated a little bit and pressed B. It's now 3011, so we'll leave that. Top altitude was 5,000, oopsie, where am I going? 5,000 feet. And we'll be in heading mode of, well, we'll leave it on manual because that's the beauty of this aircraft, and I'm going to hand fly it, so I'm not too worried. So we'll leave that alone. Everything else there is good. So we're going to get moving soon, so let's go ahead and, well, what we need to do first, I suppose, is make sure all our passengers are on, which I'm pretty sure they are. 155 passengers, perfect. So we can now turn on the beacon light that lets everyone on the ground know that we want to get rolling very shortly. The APU is available, so let's just go ahead and turn that on now. We'll get the air flowing through the aircraft. Let's go over here, disconnect the jetway. We've got the APU running, so we can turn off the external power. Tell him to go. The baggage and the catering completed. Or should we call them? Well, ladies and gentlemen, your bags may or may not have made this flight, and there may or may not be drinks on board. We don't have time for it now. I apologize. There's still lots of drinks on board for anybody watching. Drinks are free. Let's go ahead and call the tug, and while we do that, we'll go ahead and look at the engine. Not you, toolbar. Have I paused? Don't do that. We'll go up here and no. Let's just a little engine was. And engine 2 fire tasker. Let's get the fuel pumps on. How'd you get off? On. And we will do a quick push briefing. Let's see where we are here. If we bring up the VFR map. Took a few minutes. We're down here at the bottom. I'll bring up the charts again. Parking positions. Zoom in. I'm going to assume, because I didn't look, I'm somewhere around 15. We're going to want runway 32. Looking at the right chart. So we're going to push back facing to the north. No, we're going to want delta, I would assume, runway 32, so we're going to push back and face to the south. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that, and get rid of that, and we'll push back and we'll face to the south. Let's look at the overhead, upper panel, no white lights, we'll click for pushback. Let's look again, no one on the left, no one on the right. There might be somebody over there. That's okay. Away we go.
Halifax ground, good evening. Citation Power Club 6 on the ground here at Halifax. Requesting IFR to Newark, please.
And let's just make sure.
Pilot Club 6, you are clear to Newark via the Halifax Port departure flight plan route. Depart runway 32, squawk 4320.
We're cleared to Newark via the Halifax Ford departure, then flight plan route. We'll expect 32 and squawk 4320, Pilot Club 6.
Pilot Club 6, read back to correct, push and start at your discretion, call ready for taxi, information Delta's current.
Push and start at discretion, we'll call for taxi and we'll pick up Delta. Thank you, Pilot Club 6.
Halifax ground, southwest 7114, wait for taxi, runway 32.
Southwest 7114, runway 32, altimeter 3010, a taxi, apron at your discretion, Delta, hold short, runway 23.
confirm hold short runway 32.
Negative, hold short runway 23 via taxiway Delta.
Get rid of the top.
Altimeter 3010, taxi via the apron on discretion, taxi via Delta, hold short runway 23, Southwest 7114.
While we're waiting for engine 2, go down here, turn on mode Charlie, and turn on TCAS. We'll go straight to TARA so I don't forget it. Reset the rudder trim, turn on the predicted wind shear. The radar is in-off, so we're not going to use that today. But we're also waiting. We can set the takeoff CG. So if you go to fuel prediction, after you set your init B page, CG's right on 24. Somewhere about there. Double check flight directors are on. There's the click of the engine 2. So we'll go ahead, turn on the timer. Overhead panel. Engine 1 bleed is on, engine 2 bleed is on, generator 1 is on, generator 2 is on. Shut off the APU. Flick on the runway light, turn off light, just because it's dark out. I like to make myself seen. Upper panel, no white lights, that's good news. Let's come back down here. Brake temperature set, so we'll go auto brake max, set the ground spoilers and flaps to 1 as we have planned. We'll run through this a little bit just to get this all working. As with the fly-by-wire, sometimes some of these pages take a minute as the electrics there, the hydraulics there, all green. Fuel is nominal, APU is bleeding off. No pun intended. Cockpit temperatures, airplane temperatures. Doors closed and armed. Brakes we've checked. Flight controls. Full down. Full up. Full left. Full right. Full left rudder. Full right rudder. That's our flight control check. We're going to do a quick taxi briefing. So I expect he'll let us taxi Delta, hold short 23 kilo mile.
In Halifax ground, Pilot Club 711 is ready to taxi.
Pilot Club 711, runway 32, altimeter 3010, taxi apron at your discretion, taxi Delta, hold short runway 23.
So I guess they're not. Not giving kilo yet, as there is a tower control.
Stand by, Pilot Club 711.
Halifax ground, Air Canada 1013. We're ready to taxi runway 32 with Delta.
Air Canada 1013, standby. Pilot Club 711, repeat last transmission.
I just want to make sure, is it runway 32 or 23, Pilot Club 711?
Pilot Club 711, it was hold short 23. We did have an aircraft coming in, but I've got control of the runway again, so your new taxi instructions are hold short, taxi to runway 32 via taxiway Delta, and hold short 32.
Okay, Roger. So 32 taxi via Delta and hold short 32 altimeter 3010 Pilot 711.
Halifax ground, W562 on Charlie, holding at Alpha, would like to taxi back to the terminal.
JetBlue 562, Halifax ground, welcome to Halifax. Taxi to the terminal via Alpha, apron at your discretion, gate of your choice.
Alpha apron, W562, thank you so much for your help.
Southwest 7114, you can cross runway 23, taxi via Delta, hold short runway 32, again cross runway 23.
So it doesn't look like they're calling Kilo.
Cross runway 23, then proceed on Delta for runway 32, Southwest 7114.
I don't know if I should call him again. He did tell me to stand by. Halifax ground, Air Canada 1013, ready to taxi 32 with Delta.
Air Canada 1013, runway 32, altimeter 3014, taxi apron at your discretion, taxiway Delta, hold short runway 32, cross runway 23.
Alright, we copy the new altimeter 3014, taxi runway 32 via Delta, cross 23, hold short 32, Air Canada 1013. Hope I got that right. Okay, so we have our taxi clearance, so let's go ahead and flip on the taxi lights, so we're seen. Flip on the strobe lights, go all the way up. Well, no, we'll go to auto. That's not correct. Come back down here, take a look around. They're waiting for me. Let's get out of the way. Not sure where I'm going at this point, so there it is. We've got two different maps on. One of them will get us there.
Halifax ground, good evening. It's Air Canada 7881 requesting IFR down to St. John's filed with Delta.
Okay, so we had ourselves perfectly pushed.
Air Canada 7881,
Yes, we did.
stand by.
Maybe the best push we've had in a while. So it looks like I have to take a left here. He did give us clearance to cross runway 23, so that's what we're doing now, as indicated by this box. That's the hold short 23.
Good evening, Halifax ground, American 716 is ready to copy IFR down to Newark.
Clear on the right. Clear on the right.
American 716, stand by your number 2 for clearance.
Copy that, stand by number 2.
Let's go ahead and ping the cabin. Get them all seated.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
And we'll do the takeoff config test now. Okay, ECAM no blue, so we're ready for takeoff.
Air Canada 78881, Halifax ground, your followed flight plan is for flight level 360, the wrong altitude for direction of flight. Would you like 350 or 370?
We're sorry about that. Well, I must have got changed from last time. I just refiled for 37 there for Air Canada 7881, sorry.
So he must be going a different direction because
American 716, Halifax ground. You are cleared to Newark via the Halifax 4 departure, flight plan route. Depart runway 32, squawk code 4340.
All right, that's clear to the the Newark airport. Halifax 4 departure then is filed. Squawk 4340. We'll expect runway 32 for American 716.
American 716, readback is correct. Push and start your discretion. Call ready for taxi. Information echo is current.
All right, we'll call in ready for taxi, and we do have echo. Thank you, American 716.
Halifax ground, Southwest 7114, custom frequency change to tower 118.4.
Southwest 7114, roger, contact tower on 118.4.
Tower runway ducking for Southwest 7114.
Okay, we know where we're going now. We don't need the VFR map. We can turn off the lights inside the aircraft. What I can do is turn on the floor lights, give us a little ambiance, and 15 knots, a little sporty. Just gonna move the charts off here so I can monitor them. And he hasn't given us tower yet. There's an aircraft.
Halifax ground, good evening. It's Stetson 011.
What is he doing? Interesting. We'll stop here nice and early. Throw on the parking brakes.
Sierra Tango Sierra 011. Can you repeat your call sign?
Ground Stetson 011, looking to pick up the IFR to Moncton.
I'm going to go over to tower right now.
And we have echo.
Doesn't say.
Stetson 011, Halifax ground. I have your flight plan showing you heading for Charlottetown. Is that correct?
Halifax Tower, Air Canada 1013, holding short 32 with echo.
Air Canada 1013, remain holding short runway 32 for now.
Hold short 32, Air Canada 1013.
Air Canada 1013, line up and wait runway 32, waiting on IFR space.
Line up and wait, runway 32, Air Canada 1013. Okay guys, there it is. Move the parking brakes, get a little bit of thrust, and let's line up runway 32 for departure. What lights do we have on? Strobe, landing lights on now, runway lights, seat belts. I'm going to turn off the packs now. Pack 1, pack 2. So top altitude here is 5,000 feet. So now that we're on tower, I am going to get Halifax approach programmed here. If I have a second, I don't want to look away while I'm turning and also use the camera too much, as that's a bit of a sim bug. When you turn around, it sort of holds your steering lock.
Hello, Halifax Tower, Park Club 711, holding short 32.
Pilot Club 711, Halifax Tower, good evening, sir. Remain holding short runway 32, traffic to depart.
Remain holding short 32, Park Club 711.
So let's get that in. That looks like the Halifax departure frequency, 119.2. Sorry guys, I'm not commenting a whole lot in the chat. Well, obviously not in the chat. We have one viewer, and that's me. But other than that, I'm not talking to you guys a whole lot right now.
Air Canada 1013, airborne, contact Halifax Terminal 119.2. The wind's 0306 knots, clear for takeoff runway 32.
Wind airborne, contact Halifax departure. And clear for takeoff runway 32. Air Canada 1013, thanks for your service. Have a great night.
Bye.
So that's our clearance. We're ready to go. So let's go ahead and disconnect the parking brake. Hold on the brakes. We will start the chronos. Throttle's 50%. We'll let them go out. Release the brakes. And toga thrust. SRS and toga. And away we go. Let's just hold the center line there a little bit.
Pilot Club 711, line up and wait runway 32.
I am on way 32, Park Club 711.
220 knots. Departure rotate. And rotate. Positive rate, gear up. And just hold those flight directors very nicely. And disarm the ground spoiler. Turn off the lights. Back them on. Let's see how this is managing. Go over to tab.
70.
Fly heading 270 for Southwest 714.
Roger.
Halifax departure. Hello, Air Canada 1013, 2,400 feet for 5,000.
Air Canada 1013, departure, good evening. Identified. Turn left heading 230. Climb to flight level 230.
Turn left 230, climb flight level 230. Air Canada 1013, thanks for making that easy.
Roger.
Alright guys, that's easy. So we're going to turn left 230. Do that first. Coming up to 4,000, so I'm just going to raise that also to 230 flight level.
Correct. Southwest 7114, when you're able, proceed direct to Senby and then on course.
Proceed direct to Senby and then on course, Southwest 7114.
Roger.
Flaps up. Engine mode north. I made that mistake. Again, having a rough flight. Back 2 on.
Alpha Hotel Delta, contact Halifax Tower 1184. So long.
So it's going to hold us at speed 250.
Tower 1184, thank you for a hop. Have a great evening, Joseph.
Get rid of this chrono, and he's taking us right away from the airport. And he's going to turn us right direct Senby pretty soon, I'm sure. He's got us up to flight level 230, and then he's going to transfer us over to Moncton Center. 132.2. Prime that. And I'm getting all these frequencies off the vPilot client. There's plenty of other ways to get them if you guys have Volanta or a little nav map, Vatscope. I mean, the list goes on. I'm sorry if I didn't name the one that you use, and I don't mean to send off a trigger. Those are just some of the ones that I use in Volanta primarily. But again, for the most part, I get it off of vPilot, which I showed you guys in the beginning. But another neat little trick in the fly-by-wire A320, if you use the little radio icon here on the EFB, electronic flybag, it has all of the ATISes and all of
Air Canada 1013, fly heading 270.
Fly heading 270, Air Canada 1013.
Roger.
Alright, we're almost past 10,000 feet.
Southwest 7114, contact Moncton Center on 1322. So long.
So you can turn this off.
Contact Moncton Center on 132.
Keep the beacon on and the nav lights on. We've got all the rest of our lights off, and now that we're above 10,000, it's a nice calm evening. We'll turn off the sequence sign. It's a nice sunset.
Air Canada 1018 is clear to RNAV Zulu, runway 32 approach via the the -1 arrival.
That's not us. We're 1013.
There's the 32 RNAV approach by the -1. Air Canada 0.
Roger.
We would then make an announcement to the cabin. So unfortunately we don't have TCAS operable on the aircraft. I can't see anybody around me. I can use Volanta, which is a little bit of a delay, unfortunately. If I were to take a look.
Air Canada 1015 is clear direct Senby and then on course.
That was for me.
Sorry, Air Canada 1013 is clear direct Senby and then on course.
Direct Senby and then on course, 1013. Thank you. Have a great night. told him have a great one, but I'm not going anywhere.
Actually, Air Canada 1013, I might have been a little bit quick pulling the trigger on that. You're catching the traffic who's out ahead of you there. Just keep that heading of 270. Return to that heading at 270 and apply that vectors for traffic.
All right, I started the right there, but we're back heading 270, Air Canada 1013.
Air Canada 1013, Roger. Yeah, sorry about that. When I just took a second look at the other fellow's speed there, you're outpacing him by 70 knots and out climbing him, so the center will sort this out for you in a second.
If the drag race is on, I can bump up the speed.
Okay.
So I guess we got a little bit of slow traffic in front of me. We're not doing anything.
Air Canada 1013, contact center now on 132.2. Have a good night.
Over to Moncton Center 132.2, Air Canada 1013. Thanks so much for your service. Click that over. So we'll tell him, make sure nobody else is talking. Moncton Center, good evening, Air Canada 1013, 16,800 feet for flight level 230.
Air Canada 1013 Moncton Center, good day, sir. Continue your climb up to flight level 380, and we'll give you a turn on course here shortly.
Climb flight level 380, Air Canada 1013. Put it in managed.
Provincial 384. You can monitor local frequencies for arrival. I do not have any traffic advisories for you in Sydney, and your report down the clear.
Heading mode. Silly me. You can't be unmanaged. Climb in heading mode.
Provincial 384, roger, monitor local frequencies for arrival. Provincial 384.
Delta Foxtrot Foxtrot, you are cleared to the Yarmouth Airport. RNAV runway 06 approach. Transition.
Okay, Delta Foxtrot Foxtrot cleared Yarmouth RNAV 06 via IGLA.
Alright guys, so we passed over 18,000 feet there while they were talking. We pulled the standard. We also did that on the back altimeter, so that's in standard. So let's take care of our chronometer at the moment. So the engine's been turning for 21 minutes, and we've been flying for 8 minutes. We've been rolling for 8 minutes, 30 seconds. So let's call it 9.
Delta Foxtrot Foxtrot,
22
no traffic advisories for you. You can monitor local frequencies for arrival, report done.
So just listen to that. 22 minus 9 would be 11.
Okay, we are just doing the low approach to Yarmouth for Delta Foxtrot Foxtrot.
Okay, Delta Foxtrot Foxtrot, just monitor local frequencies, report back airport with me.
Okay, report back, switch to Unicom for now for Delta Foxtrot Foxtrot 2.
Reset this. That didn't work the first time. 13. And we're going to hit the chronometer, and we're going to stop that right at 13.
Air Canada 1013, turn right, fly heading 320 degrees.
Right heading 320, Air Canada 1013. 320. So he's turning us pretty far to the right. I guess he's going to try and get us back on course here. Deviated by 7.5 or more miles to the left. So we're starting to bring that back now to our planned flight track. If we extend the range a little bit more, you'll see there. I'm hoping he sends me this way and then squeeze in front of the traffic, whoever's in front of us. I tried looking at Valenta, I tried to see who's in front of me, and then it looks like I've got in front of him. I'm not sure. It's a Southwest 7114. It's a Boeing 737-800, and I'm outpacing him in an Airbus A320. So there's something wrong there. Either that, with Valenta's delay, which is what I think it is the Airbus. The Boeing has accelerated it. He's now quite ahead of us. So he'll probably pull us direct Big Mount or Alex here. I was going to mention just a moment ago that Boston Center was offline, which was disappointing. However, I talk about Valenta. I can bring it up. Here's Valenta. Here's our call sign on the left. And if we zoom in, here's our flight plan. We took off. We got heading. And that was our tiny little bump where he said on course, but then he said no, and then he kept us this way, and this was the most recent heading. So it does look like we are about to intersect right there. However, as I was mentioning before, there's quite a delay. Southwest.
We just realised we had the wind wrong. Can we get the ILS-03 off of Calgary instead, please? The approach.
I'm hoping he takes me direct Alex. Somewhere like this. Pushing back on course.
Delta Romeo Alpha. That's runway 03, no problem.
Great news.
And Delta Romeo Alpha, are you going to require vectors?
And
No, can we take the DME arc off of Calgary, please? Delta Romeo Alpha.
Alright, Delta Romeo Alpha. Sorry, say again, sir.
Can we take the DME arc off of Calgary? Kilo Echo Lima Golf uniform, please.
Delta Romeo Alpha, no problem, sir. Your your Gander altimeter 298 is 3. When ready, descend 3,000. And you are cleared to the ILS runway 03 DMER.
When ready, descend 3,000 and clear the ILS DMER from Calgary, from Delta Romeo Alpha.
Air Canada 1013, turn left, direct to Vigma on course.
Left, direct Vigma on course, Air Canada 1013. Left, direct Vigma on course. Make sure that heading is now in managed mode, which it is, and left, direct Vigma, which should take us on a heading of 270, 78 nautical miles away, and we'll be there in about 12 minutes. Still climbing through flight level 280 now for 380, and what we can do is
you climbing up tonight, Serge?
Straight progress. So this
I'm sorry, David. Say again.
Recommended flight noise 385.
How were you climbing up tonight?
And we're going to 380.
I'm cruise at 430.
So that's good. You never want to be right at it. You always want this to be above your optimal, to be above your cruise. So our recommended max 385, and we're at 380. And that's only going to increase as we burn off some of this fuel.
Still liking your autopilot panel you built out?
Yeah, I do enjoy it.
So let's take a look at the fuel. We brought on 8,562 kilograms. We have 7,202 kilograms. We've been flying for about 13, 14 minutes. Total flight times an hour and 48. So it's a bit hard to tell right now because the fuel used is 13,550 kilograms. Seems about right. 8563 minus 7180. It's about 17.
Good evening, Center. American 716 is flight level, or 15,500 climbing, flight level 230.
American 716, Bucket Center. Good day, sir. Continue your climb to flight level 360 on course. Welcome.
Up to 360 on course for American 716. Thank you.
Cruise, we're still in climb. 90% thrust. Hey guys, passing over, Daisy, sorry. Passing over flight level 300. Now Mach speed is set in. Currently at Mach 7. And our expected cruise speed is Mach 7.8. So we can do this. We can just look at our overhead panel, make sure we haven't missed anything. We have no white lights, no blue lights. That is excellent. So nothing's off and nothing's on the battery. We can worry about our top of descent and our ATIS shortly. I'm going to take a quick break from you guys in a minute before that. And we are still climbing.
Moncton Center Jet Center 713 is back.
We'll
Center 713, welcome back, sir. Just in time. Actually, you're leaving my airspace to the west. Montreal's not online. Surveillance services are terminated. You're on subsequent flights. 1318 Jet Center 713, good night.
So we got nothing to worry about. It's going to be a quiet flight for the rest of the day.
Center, good evening. Citation Pilot Club 6. We're climbing through flight level 200 for flight level 230.
Hi, Serge.
Citation Pilot Club 6. Moncton Center, good day, sir. Continue your climb up to flight level 430 on course. Welcome.
Flight level 430 on course. Thank you, Pilot Club 6.
So guys, one of the things I do want to talk to you today about is something that I follow very closely and very interested in, and I can't wait for it. As we noticed, as you may have noticed, I pretty much only fly the Airbus on the stream. Well, I only fly the Airbus on the stream. I've flown the TBM a few times, not well. Some of the mods have had some bugs, and I'm not really prepared to fly that. Make a fool of myself. But one thing I am very interested in is the Digital Flight Dynamics A350. You can follow them on Discord, and they put out new progress pretty often. They have quite a few screenshots of the 350. They look amazing with some of the textures and decal progress from their cockpit. I would say every month or every 2 months they put out an update. They've got all sorts of sounds available on the Discord that you can hear them already in their progress updates page. They have custom engines, some landing gear, all kinds of other things there, and they have a fully functional, it's going to be a fully custom flight plan manager as well. Obviously it's not a SOBO, so it's not in there. You'll get a, when it becomes free, it is freeware, so when it becomes available, you'll have the aircraft appear in your available aircraft to select, and it'll have a custom flight plan manager, so you won't have to worry about any of the issues we've been having with the SOBO. Pardon me. It'll be quite beautiful, so you can see in there there's quite a few fully functional arrival pages, the videos for that set up, so you can take a peek at that. And another thing that is interesting to note about Digital Flight Dynamics, give me just a second.
Moncton Center 2701, flight level 360, good evening.
Hi, 701, Moncton Center, good day. Welcome aboard, sir.
Alright, so that's what I was saying. It's interesting to note about Digital Flight Dynamics. There was another group, another development group by the name of Blue Mesh, and they were also working on a Airbus A350. And now, due to whatever reasons, life constraints, COVID ending, dreams being crushed as a developer, essentially, they had to cancel their A350 project that was supposed to be a payware project. However, their team only
UPS 202, Moncton Center.
Those two people didn't have time to continue the project.
UPS 202, go ahead, sir. Oh, UPS 202, stand by. Boston's come on. Let me see if they'll take you here.
As a result, when they basically stopped.
Yep, UPS 202, contact Boston 34-7. So long.
34-7 for UPS 202. Thanks for your company this evening.
So that's what we were saying. Two people were in the development company of Blue Mesh, and they didn't have any time to continue the project, so as a result, they didn't want to see their material go down the tube. They gave all of their stuff to Digital Flight Dynamics. They wanted to see
Moncton Center, Provincial 384.
come to life for free, even though they weren't able to complete their project. So,
Provincial 384.
Provincial 384 secured at the hangar in Sydney. Thanks for the control tonight. Provincial 384.
Okay, Provincial 384, time now, 2342 Zulu. I suppose, thanks for flying. See ya.
The emergency slides the lower pedestal, some really, really good shots. So you can check out the A350. That will most definitely be featured on this channel as soon as it comes out. We don't have an expected departure date. See what I did there? Release date, rather, for this. They haven't put anything into a beta on GitHub yet. There just isn't a date at all. And if you ask them on the, if you go into the Discord and you ask them in the general chat, they're pretty. I guess everybody asks, and they're constantly asking. So I think they just have a sticky bot that pops up and says, "Look, this is freeware. It'll be ready when it's ready." And there's nothing else they're going to say on that. So that's that. The Digital Flight Dynamics A350. It's going to be quite exciting. We're almost approaching our cruise altitude here, flight level 370, almost 380. We're also approaching Figma, so I think at Alex, which is right after Figma, we're going to...
Center, Golf Alpha Foxtrot, overshoot 06, Yarmouth, 1,400. We're looking for 15,000 Halifax.
Delta Foxtrot, okay, you are re-identified out of Yarmouth. You can direct to Halifax, climbing up to 15,000.
Climb 15,000, direct to Halifax. Delta Foxtrot, thank you.
So as soon as we get to Alex, we'll probably be handed off to Boston Center. Quick look on VPilot. Boston Center is 134.7. I've primed up that 134.7, so we just have to give that a good click. And very shortly we're going to start looking at our approach because we're going to go on a flight. 25 minutes. It's not that long, but the flight is only an hour and 45. Very shortly, I'm going to...
Southwest 7114, contact Boston, now 134.7. Yeah.
Southwest 114, 7114, that's the plane of us.
Contact Boston 137.7 for 794 today.
Move. We have to adjust that. I'm still... What altitude am I at right now? Almost 30. That's my airspeed. 90 should be good. It's 105. 6. Right there.
Hey, what's up, Lucas? Good, man. How are you? Oh, good. Couldn't hear that?
There it is. That circle is cool. Serge, can you see my screen?
Alright guys, sorry about that. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Serge from the Pilot Club. So I jumped on the Discord quickly. I know you guys can hear that now with that setup. There was one little thing I forgot to change. To put the Discord sound on a different speaker. I can mute that off when I don't want you to hear it. So anyway, that's okay. Just a little hello hello. Oh, look at that, fixing thing. Sorry guys, I've just noticed, I did hear about it. I did know that it was in the works, it was coming. I know that it's been released, that fix info is working. That's great, excellent. It gives us so much more to work with the MCDU. So what I did there, guys, we were just in flight plan mode. And if you look at our flight plan, and you go to direct, oh, what have I done here? Where did it go? What's going on here? It just worked. I just had it.
Air Canada 1013, contact Boston now, 134.7, yeah.
Over to Boston Center 134.7. Thanks for your service, Air Canada 1013. So over to Boston, we have that set up. Well, I've lost it. I had it, and now I've lost it. So if I find it again, I'll let you guys know. Over to Boston, 132.2. 134.7. Just double check there.
Equalizer, clear the ILS 04 right, and we will not exceed 170 knots. For American 772.
Gotcha, 231, turn left, heading, correction, right turn, heading 090, intercept the runway 11, localizer.
Right, 090, intercept the runway 11, localizer, exit 20.
Boston Center, American 1130, climbing via BAT 5, passing 3,500 feet, 16,000 feet with you.
American 1130, Boston Center, your radar contact, climb, maintain 16,000.
16,000, American 1130.
American 772, center maintain 3,000 until established.
Down to 3,000, American 772.
Delta 204, cross Calverton at maintain 12,000, 250 knots, Kennedy altimeter 3000.
Okay guys, it's going to be hard to get a word in here with Boston. Seems very busy, as is usual in Boston, so let's go ahead.
Delta 204, cross Charlie, 12,000, Kennedy altimeter 3000.
Coast Culverton, 12,000, 2040.
Boston Center, good evening, Air Canada 1013, flight level 380.
Clear to land.
11 clear to land, exit 231.
American 772, contact Boston Tower 128.8, have a good night.
Roger, over to Tower, American 772.
Boston Center, good evening, Air Canada 1013, flight level 380.
Canada 1013, Boston Center, roger.
Alright guys, that's Boston Center. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of flight planning here. First things first, I don't think we have an ATIS from Vatsim into Newark. So what I'll do is go ahead and pull up this, here's Google, we'll pull up this MacoSim app, which is a great usage, you can see here, and I will click Real World USA, works great for flights in the US, and we'll put in Newark, KEWR, and that's going to pull up an ATIS, which is excellent. I'm just going to go ahead and write this down. So I've got it. We'll pull it up again a little bit closer, but this is going to give us an idea of where we're going to land. So Newark.
Bus Center, number 55 Alpha Mike is ready to go.
So Newark information Romeo.
Number 235 Alpha Mike, runway 11, taxi via Charlie Alpha.
040
1, hover taxi Charlie Alpha, number 235 Alpha Mike.
21 degrees
235 Alpha Mike, do you want departure from the ramp?
Altimeter is 3000.
If it's possible, yeah.
Runway
235 Alpha Mike, departure from the ramp will be at your own risk. Advise when you're airborne. Departure from ramp at own risk, 235.
Starting runway 4 left. So full right approach is what we're looking for. It's going to be just for arrivals. That'll be great. So now that we have that, let's pull up the charts.
American 1130 requires instead of 16,000 to 20,000.
So we're coming in through Hannah, which is right here.
American 1130, 16,000 is the highest
Not
altitude
above
for
240
LaGuardia.
at Hannah. And then we're going to come right down.
American 1130, roger, no problem.
Giant 942, cross slowly at flight level 200.
So as we get to
Slowly at 200, Giant 942 Heavy.
we're going to expect radar vectors. Approach. We said runway 4 right, ILS.
Boston Center, hello, November 193, Charlie Juliet with you at flight level 210.
Air France 14, leaving my airspace to the south, New York Center is closed. Frequency, Unicom frequency is 122.8, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, okay.
So from Hoker,
Boston Center, November 193, Charlie Juliet at flight level 210.
November 193, Charlie Juliet, Boston Center, roger.
Boston Center, number 265 Alpha Mike Airborne.
so you can't be coming in west and use Kilma. We're coming into the east, so we use Kilma. So let's go ahead and set this up. Into Newark, arrival. Looking for ILS 4 right. I should have mentioned, guys, we're on the
November
Flossy
235, Alpha Mike, radio contact 1 mile south of Portland Airport.
And our transition was Hannah. So I hope it's in there. There's Hannah. Alright guys, let's insert that and take a look.
November 235, Alpha Mike, proceed on course, climb and maintain 4,000.
So guys, I'm just going to take this off the chart so you can, off the screen so you can see it. So here we are at
Boston Center, good evening. American 716, flight level 360.
approaching label. And we got to get to Hannah. So we know our flight plan is good up until Hannah, which is right there.
American 716, Boston Center, roger.
There's Hannah. Then Albuquerque. Echo. Let's bring this in a bit closer.
Executive 231, taxi Juliet to parking.
Taxi Juliet to parking, Executive 231.
And then we're looking for Wheats and Helen. Wheats and Helen.
Mike Alpha is back.
And there's Flossy at 7,000. Sorry, it's Crank at 7,000. Flossy. And then Crank at 7,000. Then we have Schaff.
217 Alpha Mike, roger.
Sachs. Then Filbo. Hoker. And from Hoker we've got Manuel to Kilma, which is vectors. So as we see, it's right there. We have no issues on the arrival. No issues setting that up. It's going to be a smooth left turn after Hoker into Kilma. So we have our arrival set up. Sorry guys, I need to
Delta 204, leaving my airspace. New York approach is
I need to
offline.
leave you for just a minute.
Frequency change approved. Unicom frequency 122.8.
I'll leave you here with the agency on, and I'll be right back. I do apologize for that. So sit tight with us. We'll be right back.
Air Canada 620 at the flight level 390, heading at tax.
Air Canada 620, Boston Center, roger.
American.
November 193, Charlie Juliet, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right at Boston, with altimeter 3014.
Alright, we'll descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival and expect runway 483 Charlie Juliet.
Shamrock 105, cross Calverton, Charlie at 12000, maintain 250 knots or greater.
Cross Calverton 12000 and 250 knots or greater, Shamrock 105 heavy.
Boston Center, good evening. Citation Pilot Club 6, 430.
Tango Papa Charlie 6, Boston Center. Good evening.
Center 235 Alpha Mike, quick power up, must be experiencing modest severe turbulence or small aircraft at right around 2,400 feet over Portland.
Number 235 Alpha Mike, roger, thank you.
Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry for the delay. I appreciate your patience. There's not as much traffic on at Boston anymore. You may have noticed there I got a little worried if I was still on frequency. And I also had the checklist pop up. I'm not sure why the checklist had popped up. However, I did install a new toolbar for flightsim.to, smart toolbar, so it gets rid of the triangle. And it seems to have reset some of those custom settings.
Camera 105, living in my airspace to the south. New York approach is offline, radio service is terminated, frequency change approved.
The Unicom Shamrock 105, thanks, good night.
Boston Center, good evening, Jazz 18 with you at flight level 350. My apologies, we didn't know we disconnected.
And guys, guess what?
Jazz 18, walk 4752.
4752, Jazz 18.
The bar, it's not working.
Giant 942 heavy, leaving my airspace to the south. New York Center is offline. Radio service is terminated, frequency change approved. Good day.
Giant 942 heavy, thank you and good night.
Boston Center, good evening. FedEx 822 heavy with you, 3,500.
FedEx A222 Heavy, Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb and maintain 340, FedEx A222 Heavy.
Jazz 18, radar contact, let's see, 30 miles north of Bangor.
Roger, Jazz 18.
And FedEx A222 Heavy, also ready
step away for 10 minutes.
Pilot Club 6, that's approved.
Appreciate it, Pilot Club 6.
So guys, if you can see, I'm trying to figure out the Fly Live overlay here. It doesn't ever seem to want to work for me. It's obviously something I'm doing wrong.
Delta 4211, contact Mountain Center 132.20. Good day.
32-2, thanks for the great service. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. 4211, thanks.
Awesome. 235 Alpha, sorry, 235 Alpha Mike. Can we get up to 4,000 now?
Pardon me.
Number 235 Alpha Mike, maintain 4,000.
Call maintain 4,000, 235 Alpha Mike.
Put everything back in. CYHZ. KEWR.
Yep. Boston 2569, Boston Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Oh, looks like it's working again now. Maybe I just needed to give it a kick in the butt. So we'll minimize that, and we'll see if it didn't just stop working again. Do I need to keep it open? No, it seems to be...
Delta 525, cross crank at 7,000.
Is my ETA available? ETA.
And Delta 525, New York altimeter is 3000.
0050 Zulu, pardon me. So 50 minutes. So we need to work out our top of descent.
Jazz 18, contact Mountain Center 132.20.
Not above 240.
Mountain 322 for Jazz 18, thank you for help you.
Delta 525, Boston Center.
So let's go to the performance page, the progress page. H-A-N-A-A, Hannah. We're 189 away. And we want to be at, let's go to our calculator, sync the altitude, and we want to be at 240. Oopsie. So, it's a bit of a bug. Wrong button. Sorry guys for the headache. 44 miles on a 3-degree angle will get us to flight level 240. So that's what we want, 44 miles. I'll do a little more, at least 50 to 52. It'll just give me a little bit of headspace to do it. We've got a headwind, so I don't need to worry about slowing down for speed. Also, looking at the route, there's no speed restriction, so we'll be nice and fast, 250, right up until he turns us. Then we'll slow it down as we want, unless he tells us differently. So this is going quite swimmingly. So as long as we watch this number count down to Hannah, 181 miles away. It's in a straight line, so there's no track miles because that's a direct distance. And it's going to take us 45. 45? We said 50, make it 55. Make it 50. Because it's not a hard restriction. The hard restriction is at crank, so we'll keep going down after Hannah. We'll make crank at 7,000. So what we maybe can even do, let's go to the flight plan, fix Inco, and if we put in CR...
Number 193, Charlie Juliet, advise you have information Delta, and expect runway 04 right approach. Number 193 Charlie Juliet, Boston Center.
193 Charlie Juliet.
Number 193 Charlie Juliet, expect LS 4 right approach into Boston, and advise we have information Delta.
We will expect ILS 4 left into Boston for 3 Charlie Juliet.
Oh, number 193 Charlie Juliet, expect runway LS 04 right approach.
04 right, my bad, for 3 Charlie Juliet.
Boston Center, American 5615, level off 5,000.
Delta 525, Boston Center, contact, climb maintain level 320.
320 for American 5615.
Delta 525, Boston Center.
Go ahead, Delta 525.
Delta 525, cross crank at maintain 7,000, the Newark altimeter 3000.
Cross crank and maintain 7,000, altimeter 00.
Alright guys, there's a lot going on in the chat right now in the ATC. I mean, not in the chat, I gotta stop saying that. I have no chat.
Delta 525, contact New York approach at 128.55.
Oh, so there's obviously a little over the shoulder here.
128.55, Delta 525.
American 1130, cross Basie at 8,000.
1130, can you confirm the fix?
I'm still about 100 miles away from,
American 1130, it's Basie, that's Bravo, Alpha, Sierra, Yankee, Echo.
1130, cross Basie at 8,000.
American 1130, LaGuardia altimeter is 3000.
LaGuardia altimeter 3000, 1130.
Boston Center, Brickyard 718, with you flight level 190 on the Roebuck 3.
Guys, I'll be right back again. You're gonna hear
Brickyard 718, Boston Center, radio contact.
Unicom stuff, and then we just started talking and bullshit all over Colorado. Like, you know, hey, if you're looking for a group to hang out with,
you know what? I changed my mind. I'm not going to go with them. There's some wild conversation going on there.
Number 193 Charlie Juliet at Goshi, cleared LS 4 right approach.
At Goshi, cleared ILS forward approach, 3 Charlie Juliet.
American 1130, leaving my airspace to south, LaGuardia approach is offline. Radio service is terminated, frequency changing property.
Boston Center, good evening. It's KLM 997 with you at flight level 380.
KLM 997, Boston Center, roger.
American 1130 is switching frequency change approved.
So guys, we're just going to do a quick weather request here. Just see if it works through the sim. Is there a weather request? It's already in there. Perfect, so we'll send that off. We only really want Newark. And we should put a little message here that says company message. It might be here. I think it's here.
Brickyard 718, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival for runway 4 right, Boston altimeter 3014.
Send via the Roebuck 3 for 4 right, altimeter 3014 for Brickyard 718.
So you guys saw there was company message there. We have them at our There's the Halifax Manor we just left, and here's the one for Newark, 030 10 knots. It's a little bit different. That says the
Number 235 Alpha Mike, Manchester, in terms of 3014.
Mike 3014 for the Manchester Alpha.
I'm going to go with the updated one that I have. That was the one from a little while ago. Temperature's down, altimeter 3002, not 3000. And I have the wind of
Boston Center Citation Pilot Club 6 is back on deck.
Pilot Club 6,
We're not going to print that because you can print it here, but it's been known to cause crash arrest talks, so we don't need that. So back to the progress page, 135 to Hannah. We're looking to descend via the Flossy 4. So if we want to go for the charts, we can, our descent. I'm on Navigraph here, as you can see, so we have the Jepson charts, 10-281.
American 69, Boston Center.
Into New York. Our nav star. So applicable to turbojet, capable of 250 knots. So it doesn't really talk about that anywhere. I'm assuming it just means 250 above 10,000. So here's the holdover hand.
Boston Center, American
I'm not going to have to do that. Holdover alcove.
American 69, Boston Center.
It's right here.
Southwest 7114, cross Hana at flight level 240. Albany altimeter is 3009.
Boston Center, American 5615. Our sim's lagging here. Do you mind if we pause if we're not in the way of anyone? We gotta see if we can fix it.
American 5615, that's approved for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, please disconnect.
Alright, Roger, thank you. After 5, we'll disconnect. I think we'll be back by then. We just gotta quickly do something, thanks.
Thank you, for Southwest 7114, kind of drowned up on the other aircraft.
So if you guys notice that there's two different controllers on frequency, as I was mentioning before, it sounds like there's an over-the-shoulder.
Southwest 7114, someone without crossing and at a certain altitude.
The gentleman who was just speaking seems to be the more experienced controller, and the controller who's been
Southwest
speaking more often,
7114,
this gentleman here, seems to be the
cross
running controller.
Hana at maintain flight level 240.
Cross Hana at flight level 240, Southwest 7114, and what's the altimeter?
Southwest 7114, Albany altimeter is 3009.
3009, Southwest 7114.
November 193, Charlie Juliet, contact Boston Tower, 128.8, good day.
Over at tower for 3 Charlie Juliet, thanks.
Boston Center, rope 1, on the ground, Kilo Papa Sierra, Mike with request.
Rope 1, Boston Center, good.
Good evening, sir. Kilo Papa, rope 1 is on the ground, Kilo Papa Sierra. Mike looking for unrestricted climb to 40,000 to join the pilot club as military escort to
Rogue 1, roger. Clear to the Newark Airport by the PS3 departure. Radar vectors direct. Climb and maintain 3,000. Expect level 410. 5 minutes after departure. Departure will be on my frequency. Your squawk is 4707.
Clear direct. Climb and maintain 3,000. Expect flight level 410. 10 minutes after departure. Departure with you, and can you repeat the squawk, please?
Okay, Rogue 1, the squawk 4707. Do you coordinate with the TOI on this?
Negative on that.
Alright, Rogue 1, I can't authorize you to do that unless you guys are coordinating a flight of 2 for Vatsim COC. If you guys can mutually agree on a flight of 2, I can give you that clearance, but I can't just clear your unrestricted to him.
Copy. I'll do a standard climb to 41,000 after.
Okay, Rogue 1, your readback is correct. The Portsmouth altimeter 3017, call for taxi.
We're ready for taxi, Rogue 1.
Rogue 1, runway 34, taxi by Alpha.
34 via Alpha.
American 5615, I think we're back. We'll let you know if we have any troubles.
American 5615, Boston Center.
Boston Center, Victor 782, safing flight level 190.
Victor 718, Roger.
I'm not too slide at 3,000 knots, heading 163, making a turn out.
A225, Boston Center, radar contact, climb maintain level 400.
Flight level 400 for ADNAV 225.
American 69, Boston Center, you.
Hello, I'm looking to pick up our air car over at Albany.
American 69, can you refile and re-sign in as Alpha Alpha Lima 69, please?
Roger.
Air Canada 620, contact Moncton Center 132.2, have a good day.
Boston Center, American 716 request.
American 716, go ahead.
I need to step out of the cockpit there for about 5 minutes. If that's possible, we'll come back.
American
There's a
716,
lot
that's approved as
going on
requested.
here, guys, so I'm sorry about that. We
Air
haven't had a
Canada
chance,
620, contact Moncton Center
we haven't had a chance to get a word in,
132.2.
which is okay. There's a lot of ATC. I'd rather them talk, you listen to them, and instead of listening to me.
Air Canada 1013,
There's
cross
me.
Hannah at maintain level 240.
Hannah, flight level 240, Air Canada 1013. 44, 96. It's not going to take us very long to get
Metro
down there to Hannah.
1524, Boston Center, radar contact, climb maintain level 340.
There's a Metro flight. We are also part of the Metro VA, which is nice to see some other people on the network.
It's Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Hotel Delta is 8,000 descending 3.
Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Hotel Delta, Boston Center. Did Moncton clear on the RNAV Zulu already?
Negative.
Hi, Charlie Foxtrot Hotel, Mike. Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Hotel Delta. How did you want to start that approach?
Now we're looking to fly the RNAV Zulu 36 via Gabuk.
Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Hotel Delta. Roger. Proceed direct to. Can you say? Oh, Gabuk. Cross Gabuk at or above 3,000. Cleared RNAV Zulu runway 36 approach.
Gabuk above 3,000, cleared RNAV Zulu 364. So Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Hotel Delta.
And Rogue One on departure, fly runway heading unrestricted, climb to 10,000 is approved. Wind calm, runway 16 clear for takeoff.
Unrestricted to 10,000. Ready for takeoff.
Rogue One, runway 34 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 34.
Center Air, Wisconsin 3720, ready to push here in Albany.
Wisconsin 3720, Boston Center, pushback is approved, advise ready to taxi.
We'll advise, Air Wisconsin 3720.
And American 69 ready to pick up our I-4.
Boston Center, good evening. JetBlue 591 with you, calling out to 3,000.
JetBlue 591, Boston Center, radar contact, climb maintain level 360.
I'm maintain about 360, JetBlue 591.
American 5615, it's getting pretty bad. We're going to have to disconnect, sorry.
Target 5615, Roger, radar service terminated. Have a good day.
See ya.
Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Hotel Delta, measure your altitude, maintain 5,000.
So we've been cleared to descend, guys.
Charlie Foxtrot, Mike Hotel
We're
Delta,
told
for radio
to-
reception, 5,000 is the lowest I can get you. So cross Quebec, gotta maintain 5,000. Cleared ILS, correction, cleared RNAV, GPS runway 36 approach.
Okay, 5,000 at Quebec, and we're cleared RNAV Zulu runway 364 in Phil.
KLM 997, descend by the Ocean 5 arrival, runway 4 right, the Boston altimeter 3014. Breaker 718, advise information Delta, expect ILS, runway 4 right.
We'll expect 4 right and advise to the 9 Delta.
KLM 997, descend by the Ocean 5 arrival for runway 4 right, the Boston altimeter 3014.
Descend by the Ocean 5 arrival
for runway 04 right.
Okay, guys, well, we're getting close. 74 miles to
Rogue
descent.
1, radar contact 10,000, climb and maintain level 350.
Sorry, 74 miles to Hannah,
direct
and we need
to-
44.
actually,
We
turn
need,
left
we're going to
heading
take 54,
270.
so 20 miles to go, and then top of descent.
Climb
240.
350, turn left 270,
Rogue
Rogue 1.
1, for the arrival into Newark, I'm going to have to put you on the Flossie 4. Are you able to accept that?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Okay, Rogue 1, are you able to accept the Flossie for arrival into Newark?
I believe so.
Hey, Rogue 1, roger. When able, proceed direct to Hannah, cleared Flossie for arrival into Newark.
Direct Hannah, expect the spot.
So Rogue 1, I don't know if you guys hear on the frequency, that's one of the another guys from the pilot club. He's
Brigade 718,
come
thank
late
you. That's
to the party.
Goshi cleared ILS
and,
runway 4
he's
right
asking for
approach.
a few wild things out of HEC. So
Goshi cleared ILS for right approach.
he's being rogue, doing rogue things as usual. Rogue 1.
Alright, 217, Mike off, good.
We like the RNAV runway 15 into Eastport from Barha, and if able, we'd like to go direct to Barha right now.
Alright, 217, Mike Alpha, proceed direct to Barha, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain level 240.
Alright, go direct to Barha and maintain level 240 at pilot's discretion. That's 217, Mike Alpha.
66
Charlie
miles
Fox,
to
Mike
Hannah.
Hotel Delta, no traffic is there between you and the Florenceville Airport. Report I for cancellation in the air on the ground on this frequency. Change to advisory frequency is approved.
Okay, we got the airport site. We'll cancel close to our flight plan at this time. Mike Hotel Delta.
Charlie Fox, Mike Hotel Delta, roger. IFR service is terminated. Squawk maintained. VFR fixed exchange approved. Have a good day.
Mike Hotel Delta, see you.
Boston Center, good evening. United 389 with you, flight level 320.
United 389, Boston Center, roger.
Boston Center, good evening. Air Canada 8939, flight level 380.
Air Canada 8939, Boston Center, roger.
Boston Center, Southwest 551, Providence, Idaho, Washington National. Request clearance.
Southwest 551, Boston Center, stand by for KDC.
Boston Center, American 716 is back on flight deck.
American 716, Boston Center, roger.
Alright guys, 57 miles. Says we need 44. We're going to get ready here.
Number 235, Alpha Mike, Boston altimeter 3014.
Boston 3014, the York Street
55, let's go down.
Boston Center, add now 225.
240, open descent.
7,440.
240 blue. But we're going to take over. Because this is going to take us down at quite a fast speed.
Instructed climb and maintain level 400.
So we're going to want to go at about 2,000 feet per minute.
And that's 225.
So we're going to pull the vertical speed,
really have more than a
bring it
speed of
up
900
just a bit to
per minute.
2,000.
So please get some more, please.
And now 225, slow climb is approved. Break WestJet 5, correction WestJet 250, contact Moncton Center 132.2.
132.2.
And our destination data.
Good luck, see ya.
That's right. So I forgot about that. So let's go to performance. Go to the next phase.
Alright, 235 Alpha Mike Boston, altimeter 3014, advise information, echo, expect ILS 4 right.
Temperature was 20.
Mike, it's 3014 in Boston. We'll expect the ILS
050
right.
at 10 knots. So that's the ATIS I have into Newark, information Sierra. Let's go ahead and get the barometric pressure. So how do we find that? We'll bring over the charts here. We're looking for ILS 4 right. And our minimum 111 feet. Elevation's 11 feet.
Boston Center, American 69 is ready to push back over at Albany.
Target 69, push
That's
back
my minimum.
onto the ramp is approved, expect runway 1 for departure.
Push back on the ramp approved, expect runway 1, American 69. And Center, Air Wisconsin 3720 with information hotel ready to taxi.
Wisconsin 3720, runway 1, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 1 via Alpha, Air Wisconsin 3720.
United 239, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain level 240.
Pilot's discretion down 240, United at 389.
Sorry guys, I'm doing a lot here, checking out a lot of things. One of the things I did is lower the arc because I miscalculated that arc. That was from the 380 altitude, so this is a 240 where we're going to be at Hannah. We checked our distance, so we're still 38 miles away from Hannah, and this we only need 28, so we still have 10 miles in hand. So we'll have to slow that right down here a little bit. We might actually do that right now. Keep that at 2,000. Let's start to lose some miles in hand from the path that we actually want. We set up the progress page. ATC was talking, so we didn't really get a chance to do that. We went into performance. Next phase, we set up the QNH from the ATIS that we had. We brought over. We could go ahead and get one more, but I think this is fine. We're not going to get a different one.
American 716, cross Hannah at maintain level 240.
Cross Hannah at 240, American 716.
Still information Sierra. ILS runway 4 right, 3002. So, that's our ATIS. That's the one we're going to use. That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
United
Coming up on
389,
Hannah.
descend via the Ocean 5 arrival for runway 4 right, the Boston altimeter 3014.
3014 and descend by
So
the
that's
Ocean
our top
5
of descent
arrival
at
for
240
right,
to
United
7,000
389.
at crank.
Wisconsin 3720 on departure, fly runway heading, wind calm, runway 1 clear for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 1, Air Wisconsin 3720.
So we're now 27 miles to
Good
Hannah.
evening, Boston
And we
Center.
have
United
19.
254 requesting
two?
for clearance from Worcester to Illinois.
American 254 Boston Center, where are you located?
We'll ping the cabin, let them know we started our descent, and to buy any last minute duty free.
And Boston Southwest 521 taxi, iPhone.
So we're doing a ground speed of 425
American
knots.
254 Boston Center, clear to the Kilo Mike Delta Hotel Airport via radar vectors Chester, then as filed.
If you cut that in half, it's 210 knots.
26010 minutes after departure. Departure on my
Times by
frequency
1,000.
clock 4715.
2,100 feet per minute descent is the 3-degree slope. So we're actually
We have clearance from Worcester to southern
right on par for that. So
Illinois,
let's roll it back just a bit more.
Chester, first waypoint,
So we're
maintain
gonna be at
7114,
240.
descend and maintain 11000, the Albany altimeter 3010.
4715 United 254.
Southwest 7114, descend and maintain 11000, the Albany altimeter 3011.
Descend and maintain 11000 outbound Albany altimeter. Yep, she can do the altimeter.
Alright guys, we're coming up on our first fix to the arrival plate. So if I were to pop this back in just for a second, one more time. Hannah 240, that's what we expected, that's what we got.
551, runway 5 taxi via Tango.
20 radar contact passing 3000, climb maintain 10,000. Proceed
This
direct to
controller
ACO.
keeps talking over people.
Clear to 10,000, proceed direct ACO of Air Wisconsin 3720.
And Boston Southwest 521, the two controllers talking right there. I understand taxi runway 5 at Tango Mike.
It's a bit confusing, the controller keeps talking on people. I can understand his frustration, and now nobody's talking, so this is a bit of a mess of a training session, if I must say so myself.
Southwest 551, that's correct, runway 5 taxi via Tango Mike.
Runway 5 Tango Mike, Southwest 521.
Boston Center, United 254, did you receive squawk back?
So we're about to make a left turn here at Hannah. Hannah's 6 miles away. There's 240. We have Alt Star. So it's going to bring the aircraft to 240.
Flight level 390.
Look at that. And about 5 miles to
Canadian
go.
9214 Boston Center, good evening, squawk 4755.
So I'm good with that.
4755 squawk,
He
9214.
descended us to 240. He didn't send us via.
Radar service terminated. Please change the period. Good night.
UPS 202, good night, thank you.
So he didn't send us via, descend us via the Flow C4. He just descended us to flight level 240.
American 254, I'm sorry, I had audio for Vatsim issues. Did you give me a readback of your clearance sending in squawk 4715?
Roger, we have clearance, Mercer to Illinois. Maintain 3,000 upon departure. First waypoint would be Chester. Squawk is 47015.
So what we'll do to maintain our awareness, I know we have the ring, but we'll still put in crank.
Expect runway 11, call for taxi.
Expect runway 11, call for taxi.
There's
Thank
crank,
you,
112 away, 111 away. We'll go back to our calculator. 240, and we'll make this 7,000.
Southwest 7114, cross crank at and maintain 7,000, the Newark altimeter 3001.
So he's not giving us the descent via, it seems.
7,000, Southwest 7114.
Boston Center, good evening. Again, Pilot Club 6 coming up on top of descent, request lower.
Pilot Club 6, cross Hannah at maintain level 240.
Cross Hannah at and maintain flight level 240, Pilot Club 6.
Bridge 1, cross crank at maintain level 240. Bridge 1, cross Hannah at maintain level 240.
Boston, good evening, Turkish 11 Velas 660.
Turkish 11 Boston Center, roger.
So we're going to set the backup altimeter. We have altimeter 3002.
Hannah 240 for Rogue 1.
Rogue 1, that's affirmative.
Copy. Dropping down to 2040.
Brigade 718, contact Boston Tower 128.8, have a good night.
Alberta Tower, have a good night, Brigade 718.
Boston Center, Skyhawk 416 Papa Tango and Portsmouth.
So we're going to turn the PFDs down just a little bit. If I go any more, I think they'll turn off.
416 Papa Tango, Boston Center, good evening. Clear to the Hanscom Airport by the
Quite
P3
dark
departure.
out, yeah.
Radar vectors direct. Maintain
really see
3,000.
anything.
Expect 4,000. 1 0 minutes after departure. Departure my frequency. Squawk 4744.
Skyhawk 416 Papa Tango, clear to Pittsburgh.
Yep, there's nothing to be seen out there.
Departure frequency review, squawk 4744.
For 416 Papa Tango, readback is correct. Expect runway 34, call for taxi.
So I'm sure he's going to call us soon, and he's going to tell us to cross crank at 7,000. That's what I expect. We can see we've set up this ring very nicely. That's our top of descent.
Number 217, Mike Alpha, cross Barhar at or above 3,000, cleared RNAV GPS runway 33 approach.
Barhar at or above 3,000, cleared RNAV GPS runway 1 approach.
Just pouring myself a trim.
Mike Alpha, do you say you have the weather and NOTAMs for the airport?
We'll pick up now, we'll let you know when we got some. 217 Mike Alpha.
Thank you. Number 235, Alpha Mike, fighting 220, vectors to front.
Oh, what is going on there?
Number 235, Alpha Mike, Boston.
235 Alpha Mike.
235, Alpha Mike, fighting 220. Did you want a visual approach or do you want the ILS?
So we have 40 more miles till the rest of our descent, guys. I'm going to take another quick break, and then I'll be right back.
Southwest, that is good.
And then number 10 Mike Alpha and the weather for Eastfield.
27 Mike Alpha, thank you. Break Southwest 7114, contact New York approach on 128.55. Have a good day.
Contact New York approach 128.55 for Southwest 7114.
Hey, Boston, Southwest 521, holding short runway 5, Providence, takeoff.
Southwest 551 at departure, flighting 360, runway 5 clear for takeoff.
Runway 5 clear for takeoff, heading 360, Southwest 521.
Rogue One, it looks like you're not direct to Hannah. Where are you direct to currently?
My apologies, I had a navigation error. I'm getting it fixed now, sir. I'm trying to get back on track.
Rogue One, roger. Turn right turn heading 030, be vectors to Hannah.
Turn right 303, 03.
030.
030.
Air Canada 8939, contact Montreal Center 128.77. Have a good night.
Switching to 128.77, Air Canada 8939.
Air Canada 1013, descend and maintain 1000, the Albany altimeter
Perfect time to come in.
3011.
Descend, maintain 1000, altimeter 3001, Air Canada 1013.
Altimeter 3011.
3011, Air Canada 1013. 3011. The altimeter's risen that much, has it? So he's given us descend 1010,000. So we'll descend 1010,000.
Passing through 1500 now for 4,000.
1000? We'll ask him. Oh, gosh.
Southwest 551, your radar contact, climb and maintain level 300, proceed direct to Putnam.
Sorry, Putnam, flighable 300, Southwest 551.
Tower 217, Mike Alpha, no traffic observed between you and the Eastport Airport. Report after cancellation in the air on the ground on this frequency. Change to advisory frequency is approved.
Alright, we'll call on the ground for after cancellation. Change advisory frequency for number 2 for the Alpha guy.
Boston Center, Air Canada 1013. We just wanted to confirm descent 11,000, 1000.
Air Canada 1013, that's affirmative.
Thank you, sorry, there was a lot of ones.
Canada 225, Lima airspace to the south, New York Center offline, radar service terminated for change to crew.
Right. We just wanted to make sure, guys. So we're good there. We're descending 1000. I don't know. We're not descending via the crank 4, so that's something we have to remember. We are on the crank 4 arrival, but we're not descending via the crank 4, so that's two very different things. We're listening to the ATC controller. He's giving us 11,000. And
3720, climb maintain level 390.
Looks like he'll bring us all the way down. So I'm going to pop my head over to
Air Wisconsin 3720, maintain level 3.
the ice noise, so we've got some ice. I knew we were in the clouds, so we couldn't see anything when we looked outside. So we'll turn that on, and we'll turn the engine ice on, just in case it gets really bad. The temperature outside is 10 degrees. We won't need the wing ice.
American 69, runway 1, taxi via Alpha.
So we're descending 11,000. That's good. We're almost under
turn
transition.
right, heading 100.
010.
416 Tango, runway 34, taxi via Alpha, advisory for departure.
So I'm not seeing an ATIS or an approach controller in Newark. Here's New York.
235 Alpha Mike, descend and maintain 3000.
So I think that's the altimeter that he wants us to descend on. That's his altimeter, but in Newark, it is a bit of a different altimeter. What we can do is cheat.
You call Echo Lima Oscar
Take the New York altimeter. JFK altimeter is 3002, which is the same as what we have.
Charlie Golf Echo Lima Oscar, Boston Center cleared to the Montreal Airport via radar vectors Birdie, then as filed. Climb maintain 2000, expect level 260, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on my frequency, squawk 4731.
Charlie Golf Echo Lima Oscar cleared the...
There's 18,000. So he wants us on 3011. That's what we'll descend via, which is something I've noticed a lot different lately. As I descend via certain controller's airspace, they put me on a certain altimeter, which is different than the altimeter from the airport that I'm arriving at. Which is okay. It's easy to change it. How's the bar working, guys? ETA? Ooh, that's creeped forward. Oh, the altitude. It stopped working again.
Alpha 225, is that for me?
I know 225 is previously instructed. Change to advisory frequency is approved. New York Center is offline.
So something's happening with this, but if I keep kicking it in the butt.
Air Canada 1013, traffic 12 o'clock, 5 miles southbound CRJ 700, climbing out of 17,000.
Roger, Air Canada 1013. We don't see him, unfortunately. There's a lot of clouds around.
Air Canada 1013, he's climbing or descending, so it's no factor. Cross crank at and maintain 7,000, the Newark altimeter 3001.
Cross crank, maintain 7,000, Newark altimeter 3001, Air Canada 1013.
Rogue 1, proceed direct to Hannah, just let me know if you're unable.
So crank's 50.
Direct Hannah.
It's only going to take us 22.
KLM 997,
So
advise
let's
information
slow
echo,
this down.
ILS runway 4 right.
Expect ILS 4 right. Information echo.
1400 feet per minute, and we'll go to 7,000.
416 Papa Tango on course departure is approved. Wind calm, runway 34, clear for takeoff.
Boston Center, United 254 ready to taxi at Worcester.
So we can make
Verify
sure
it's
we have
American
the
254 at Worcester.
correct ILS frequency.
Let me check to make sure when I connected to make sure I didn't.
108.7 for ILS 4 right.
Boston Center, American 69, full short runway 1, ready to go.
American 69 on departure, fly runway heading, wind calm, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
45 to
runway
crank.
heading, clear for takeoff, runway 1, American.
We need 18. So we can bring this right up to about 800 feet per minute. Slow it right down.
Boston Center, Fisher Jet, 5 Mike Whiskey on the ground, and hands can be out the weather. IFR to the vineyard.
Remember 5 Mike Whiskey, Boston Center, cleared to the Martha's Vineyard Airport by the hands come through departure, radar vectors dunk, direct, climb and maintain 2,000, expect 7,010 minutes after departure. Departure will be my frequency, squawk 4724.
4724 on the squawk for Victor 5 Mike Whiskey.
5 Mike Whiskey, reback is correct.
Boston Center, United 254, we corrected that and we are ready to taxi. Sorry about that.
United 254, Roger, you got to refile your flight plan. You were filed under American before.
Well, we'll go and refile the flight plan too then. Just give me a second.
Wisconsin 3720, Lima Aerospace to the south, New York Center offline, radar service terminated for exchange to clear document.
Frequency change approved, thanks. Have a good one, Air Wisconsin 3720.
Air Canada 1013, contact New York approach 128.55, have a good night. American 716, descend to maintain 1000, the Albany altimeter 3011.
Down to 11,000 for American 716.
United 254, Boston Center, flight plan refiled. We're ready to taxi now.
United 254, reset transponder squawk 4726, runway 11, taxi via Bravo, Delta.
Canada 1013, New York, let's put the ILS runway 4 right, the altimeter is 3000. Sorry, that's incorrect. Canada 1013, the altimeter is 3001. Couple 7114, fly heading 190, vectors for the approach.
Alright guys, so a few things happened there. He had us change our altimeter setting, 3001.
Fly heading 190, vectors
I bet you anything, by the time we get there, it'll be at least 3002, if not 3 or 4. I bet everybody who watches this video, a pint of beer at the bar. As we get there, that altimeter will change. That is if we get an ATIS and if I pay attention. For the moment, we do have Newark approach online. I guess that's New York approach. Which he does cover for Newark. Okay, so I'm learning, so that's good. New York approach is online. He'll get us right in and right down. That's excellent. Very happy that we have ATC, guys. We're still going down, 800 feet per minute, nice and slow. We're under 10,000 now, so let's get the lights on. And the seatbelt signs on. give them a minute, and we'll let the co-pilot make a little announcement. There's the lights. You can see them in the clouds. It's a very cloudy evening in approach into Newark. The JFK ATIS is very similar. 020 at 7. I think we have 040 10. That's what we'll put back in. 040 at. So it's not a big deal under 10 knots. If you watch, my V approach probably won't change at all. Well, of course it won't change because it's the same speed. 3001, temperature 20. All the rest is good. 9,000 for 7,000. So let's go back to the progress page. 21 miles to crank. It's only going to take us 6. We could roll this back a little bit more. A very shallow rate of descent. Got a bit of turbulence. We're 250, which is good. Bit of weather underneath us, seems. Which we can check if the sim is providing that to the aircraft. Oh yes, look at that. We are in quite a bit of weather at the moment, and it looks like, quite luckily, we've just gone through it. There must still be clouds, because of course this is rain and precipitation, not clouds. There's some precipitation. Looks
Number
like storm cell just off to our left, which is the lightning,
you're
the lightning that we'll see, that we are seeing.
Correct. Number 525 Lima Alpha, excellent runway 4 right, you're to the land.
Runway 4 right, stay on land, 55 Lima Alpha.
So we're under 10,000, under about 8,000. Let's turn on the landing system. That will capture the ILS mode as we get within 20 or so miles of the airport. I'm quite confident now that we're going to make crank at 7,000. It's only 1,200 feet below us, and we have 15 miles to go. So I'm going to turn around now and put in the runway threshold, because situational awareness for me is excellent. So that's KEWR, and then we're going to be on at 04 right, and we can confirm 04 right. Put that in there, and that's now currently 57.2 miles to the runway threshold. Now that's direct miles. As we fly towards it, it's a little closer. As we fly away from it, obviously it'll get further. We don't have much of a star pattern. It's pretty much direct in, come on in and make a left turn. So we won't really notice too much deviation from that. That's going to be a pretty accurate indicator of where the runway is. 55 miles away, we're not going to do much more than that. We'll have a little bit of an arc mode as we pass around there and line up.
4 right vacated on Juliet 484.
American 484, runway, or excuse me, taxi ramp via Juliet Sierra Alpha, cross runway 4 left at Juliet. We'll see.
Juliet Sierra Alpha, cross 4 left at Juliet 484, thank you.
New York approach, American 716, flight level 150, descending down to 7,000 at crank on the Flossie 4.
American 716, New York, hello. Expect the ILS runway 4 right, the altimeter is 3001.
We'll expect 4 right, ILS, and 3001 on the altimeter, American 716.
That's a 7114 to set and maintain 2,000.
There's Alt Star. I forgot to set my QNH 3001.
New York clearance, Walker 951 at Newark South Cargo. Ready to copy IFR clearance down to Virgin Islands.
Walker 951, you're clear to the Virgin Islands Airport via the Newark 4 departure. Vectors to elevate and is filed. Maintain 3,000. Expect flight level 370 10 minutes after departure. Departure is this frequency, squawk 1073.
Okay, we are clear to Virgin Islands via Newark 4 departure, LV transition, climb maintain 3,000, expect flight level 370 10 minutes after departure, squawk 1073, Walker 951.
Walker 951, read back correct, expect 4 left for departure, call for tag.
Expect 4 left, I'll give you a call back.
New York departure United 32, directing Greedy, flight level 550.
United 32 Heavy, New York, hello, squawk 1037.
So guys, we're on the arrival. The last marker was crank at 7,000, so that's where we're at. We got to start considering our speed. It's pretty bumpy. I'm going to stay up here as long as I can. Like I said earlier, I think we'll maintain about 250. We'll come in a little faster than normal until we get pretty close there, until we make our turn. We'll activate the approach phase somewhere around Hokir, and we'll slow down to 220, whatever green dot speed is. Find out.
United 32 Heavy, your radar contact 900 miles southeast of the Colts Neck VOR. Expect the ILS runway 4 right, the altimeter is
210, 211, open. It's our clean speed.
Expect ILS 43,
So
4
let's slow
right,
down.
and altimeter
250 to 221. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. That's landing. Anyway, green dot speed here, 220. So as we get past Filbo, I'll think about
Southwest 7114, turn right heading 140, vectors defined.
So I know it says ice is not detected, but I have the engine ice on anyway, just because
Southwest
of the
7114,
clouds.
I'm sorry, that's my fault. Turn left turn heading 140, vectors defined.
Turn left, saying 140, vectors defined, Southwest 7114.
Canada 1013, descend and maintain 5,000.
Descend 5,000, Air Canada 1013. Here we go, down to 5,000, open descent, 5,000 blue.
Canada 32 Heavy, fly heading 340, descend and maintain 3,000.
United 32, could you repeat that again, please?
No worries, United 32 Heavy, fly heading 340, and descend and maintain 3,000.
Fly heading 340 and descending 3,000. United 32.
New York approach, good evening, Pilot Club 6. We're descending 14.2 for 7,000 and speed restriction 300 or greater.
Southwest 7114, maintain 180 knots or greater.
Maintain 180 knots or greater, Southwest 7114.
United 32 Heavy, maintain 210 knots.
Maintain 210 knots, United 32 Heavy.
Pilot Club 6, New York, hello, expect the ILS 4 right, the altimeter is 3001.
We'll expect ILS 4 right, thanks, Pilot Club 6.
Alright guys, we're at 5,000 feet, still holding 250 knots. Here's altitude, outlock. As we pass Filbo, we'll hit the decel. The approach phase.
14, you said you have the airport in sight, or you're going to report it in sight?
And to report when safe.
The 7114, roger. In that case, turn 10 degrees to the right.
Turn right 10 degrees, Southwest 7114.
Near approach, Delta 426.
Sorry, that was blocked, Southwest 7114, say again.
Near approach, Delta 426, going for 11,000, about 5 miles from the Cameron arrival.
Delta 426, I don't cover Kennedy arrivals. You can monitor Unicom 122.8. We'll see you.
Okay. Have a good night.
Air Canada 1013, fly heading 190, vectors for the approach.
190, vectors for approach, Air Canada 1013. Alright guys, so he's turning us in already. 190, vectors for the approach. So what we're going to do is turn left, 190. and we're going to activate our approach
United
phase.
32 Heavy, maintain 210 knots
Go
or
to
less.
performance, activate the approach, and confirm the approach. So that'll slow us down to 220.
Heavy, maintain 210 knots or less.
Southwest 7114, you're 2 miles from Dewan. Turn left heading 060. Maintain 2000 until establishment localizer. Cleared ILS runway 48 approach.
Cleared ILS approach runway 4 right. We have the runway in sight. We have the runway lights in sight. Air south 7114.
That was 7114, thanks, and that heading's not going to work. Turn left heading 020, left heading 020, and you're cleared the visual approach runway 4 right.
Left heading 020, cleared visual approach runway 4 right.
So you've still got quite a bit of weather here, guys. It's quite bumpy.
United 32, turn right heading 010, maintain 3000 until establishment localizer. Cleared ILS runway 48 approach, and you're 3 miles from 30.
That wasn't for me, that was for Southwest.
Turn right heading 010, maintain 3000 until establishment localizer for runway 4 right.
Turn right.
New York approach, American 60, and with you at 15,000.
American 69, New York, hello, I'm not covering LaGuardia, you can monitor Unicom 122.8, we'll see.
Right, 122.8, see you.
So New York approach Southwest 7114, not to make it, you mind if we make a loop and go back in for runway 4 right?
That's with 7114. Yeah, I see you're turning right there. Cancel approach clearance. Turn right heading 240 and maintain 2000.
Turn right heading 240, maintain 2000. Southwest 7114.
Hash Flyers got Kennedy, 8 is Quebec is now current. United 32 Heavy, maintain 180, maintain 180 knots or greater until Dewan, and runway 4 right, you're clear land.
Maintain 180 or greater until and exit runway 4 right.
American 716 is going to maintain 5.
Down to 5,000, American 716.
Alright guys, again, as seems to be the theme with this stream, which is more than okay. With me, ATC's the star of the show, so we're just listening, make sure we don't miss a call.
7114,
we're missing for what's going on too. It sounds like one of the aircraft in front of us, Southwest 1774. It looks like he missed his approach and he wants to circle around.
7114, thanks, and maintain 180 knots.
So we gotta watch out for the diamond there. Oh, it's gone now.
Walker 951, ready to taxi, runway 4 left.
Walker 951, runway 4 left, taxi via Papa Alpha Alpha Alpha.
Taxi to 4 left via Papa Alpha Alpha Alpha, Walker 951.
So it seems like someone missed their approach. He came up, missed his left visual, or his left vectors, rather. It's not a visual approach today, it's ILS. And he asked her to circle around, so it looks like...
7114, it's going to be the ILS, runway 4 right again, and you can expect a little bit of a vector through the localizer for space.
Expect vector through the localizer space in Southwest 7114, clear ILS approach 4 right.
Southwest 7114, thanks. You're 6 miles from Dewan, turn right heading 060, maintain 2000 until establishment localizer, cleared ILS runway 4 right approach, maintain 180 knots until Dewan.
Maintain 180 knots until Dewan, clear ILS approach 4 right, Southwest 7114.
Good day, Newark approach, Rogue 1 with you, 7,607.
Row 1, New York, hello, expect the ILS running 4 right, the altimeter is 3001.
Confirming 4 right.
Affirmative, ILS 4 right, and the Newark altimeter is 3001.
Alright guys, I was a little concerned about that, but we are flying away from the runway now, so that should slowly start to come back up, and then he'll probably descend us 3,000 or 2,500.
On a 2-mile final, runway 4 right, clear to land.
Clear land after traffic.
Maybe 2,800 or probably 3,000.
We'll be aware of light turbulence.
Canada 1013, turn left heading 160, descend and maintain 2000.
Descend 2000, left heading 160, Air Canada 1013. So let's go down
American
to
715,
2000.
fly heading 190, vectors for the approach.
Heading 190,
left
vectors for approach, American 716.
Pilot Club 6, descend and maintain 5000.
5,000, Pilot Club 6.
So that's the one thing you got to know, guys, about flying on Vatsim,
Walker
flying with A2C. They
951,
may
runway 4 left, clear for takeoff.
change. You got to be prepared for them to cut you in, for them to bring you in quicker than you expect, or conversely, longer than you expect. You can take vectors, you can take holds. In this case, they are rushing us in. We're getting us down. They took us off the approach line. They took us away from the approach fix. Now it's going to be an ugly left. He's probably going to clear me late to Dewan. He's got me down to 2,000, which will be perfect before Dewan. So, yeah, I mean, as long as he gives me vectors a bit before Dewan, I'll be all right. If he asks me to cut me in any sooner, I'm going to need a little bit longer for vector. I'll need a little bit longer just to establish on the glide slope, but as we talk, it's going in the direction I like. Move the diamond up, please. That would be great.
United 32, runway exit via Whiskey.
Out of 32, thanks. Hold short, runway 4 left at Whiskey.
Hold short, runway 4 left at Whiskey. United 32,
Excellent. So he can even turn us in now. We'll be all right if he clears us for the approach. We can hit the approach button. It'll start descending us before we capture the lateral glide slope. But that's okay. It's not maybe necessarily exactly what we want, but it will still work.
United 32, cross runway 4 left at Whiskey, join Romeo, and then Bravo to the ramp. Have a good night.
2,500.
All right, so we're doing quite well for
United 32, distance. Cross runway 4 left at Whiskey, join Romeo, and then Bravo to the ramp. Have a good night.
Join Whiskey, Bravo, and turn ramp. United 32 Heavy.
32 Heavy, it's going to be Whiskey, Romeo, Bravo to the ramp, cross runway 4 left.
Whiskey, Romeo, Bravo, cross 4 left. United 32 Heavy.
Thank you. Air Canada 1013, turn left heading 130.
Left 130, Air Canada 1013.
Walker 951, proceed direct Elve, and your radar contacts altitude pass.
All right, guys, so we can go ahead and set up the
the
landing phase. Set up
Excellent. Say altitude passing, please.
We're already within 10 miles,
we're just
so
passing.
let's
We're
go ahead
actually
and get
at
flaps 1 out.
3,000.
Walker 951, roger. Climb and maintain 17,000.
Let's go ahead and arm the speed brake.
17,000, Walker 951.
We'll set low auto brakes because we just want to get off the runway. Very shortly, as soon as we get on final here, we'll lower the gear. We're okay for now.
Southwest 7114, looks like you landed on the wrong runway there. You landed on 4 left. In the future, please land on the correct runway. You can exit left when able and join Bravo to the ramp. Have a good night.
Exit left when able and send Bravo to the ramp. Thank you. My apologies.
No worries.
In the future, land on the right runway.
Air Canada 1013, you're 5 miles from Dewan, turn left heading 010. Correction, turn left heading 060, maintain 2000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 4 right approach.
Left heading 060, 2000 until established on the localizer, runway 4 right approach, Air Canada 1013.
Pilot Club 6, heading 190, vectors to final.
Say heading again for Pilot Club 6, please.
No worries, that's heading 190.
190, Pilot Club 6.
Alright, gears down, let's go flap 2. We're on final here. Hit the approach mode, localizer mode, sorry. Keep the airplane coming over. The diamond's coming down. I should have hit localizer first, I apologize. That's a little bit out of practice. And approach is coming down now, so even though we could have intercepted the localizer, I didn't. And now we're going to hit the approach mode. So Cat 1 at the moment, there's Cat 3 single. Before the diamond hits bar, there's the outer
Thank you,
marker.
sir. Nice job getting me out of there. Going to Unicom, marker 951.
Alright,
Let's go ahead and get flaps.
Air Canada 1013, runway 4 right, clear to land.
Runway 4 right, clear to land, Air Canada 1013. Alright, clear to land. We'll get the... Whoops. I do that all the time. We'll get the taxi lights on. Ping the cabin.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Flaps 3 and flaps full.
New York approach, JetBlue 84, radio check.
4 miles out, there's the runway. Runway 4 right.
JetBlue 84, New York, I hear you, 557.
555, JetBlue 84, and currently a stand 10 at New York Kennedy with information to you back, requesting IFR clearance to Orlando, flight level
another quick
360.
check. ECAM,
American
no blue.
716 to set
You're down.
2000.
Flaps full.
Down to 2,000, American 716.
Landing clearance gained.
JetBlue 84, Roger. Let's
Lights
see,
on.
you're clear to the Orlando Airport via the
Seatbelt
Kennedy
signs on.
5 departure, except fly runway heading to the Kennedy 1.5 DME, then turn right heading 100.
Alright,
Radar
guys,
vectors
it's
to wavy,
become
then as
quite
filed.
nice.
Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 360, 10 minutes after departure. Departures this frequency, clock 103.
Just turn down ACC for the minute as I'm on approach.
Good to land Orlando via the Kennedy 5 departure. Maintain runway heading into 1.5 DME of the Kennedy viewer and climb initially 5,000 feet. Expect flight level 360 and squawk 1034.
Right, so this is how we're going to land.
JetBlue
We
84,
are
three
on
back
profile.
correct, expect
There's
4
the
left
poppies
for
on the left.
departure, and,
2 white, 2 red.
Plan on calling me for taxi for now, but I may close shortly. So
700 feet
I'll let you know.
per minute at the moment.
4 left for departure and roger that you.
500 feet altimeter.
JetBlue 84.
500.
We're level. What's the wind? 6 knots, slightly from the left, so this is where I get a little bit shaky when it's not right in my face.
400.
So we'll see what I can do here. There's 400 feet. Let's disconnect the autopilot. I have control. Where's it going? That was a little bit unexpected. Let's turn it back to the right. Get it on profile there. Let's try and hold the center line. Oh, the wind gusts.
200.
That was a big gust.
100 above.
Let's try and get back. I should have left it on auto land. Alright, we've got it here.
100. Minimum.
Continue. Minimum. Straighten out the wings.
40.
Start the flare.
20.
Whoops. Retard.
10.
We'll make the runway, guys.
5.
Oh, we're a little bit twingy. That's okay. We got her down. Might have gone around. Reversers out. Speed's decreasing. 100 knots. Alright, I have control of the brakes. And reversers in. 60 knots. 50 knots. We can make this exit. So let's get, see where we're at. We've exited on Papa 3. Whoopsie, I was looking at the charts. So once we're clear of the runway here, we will...
716, fly heading 160.
As soon as we're clear of these stop bars, we'll give them a call.
No worries, the heading is a 160, 160.
There we are. We're clear of the stop bars.
Left to 160
We'll stop.
for American 716.
Let's throw on the parking brakes.
New approach, Delta 426.
Get the APU on.
Delta 426, go ahead.
We can turn off the landing lights.
We're on the ground at JFK, currently on Foxtrot.
Taxi lights are
426
on.
New York, excellent.
We'll keep the strobe on and the turn off lights on for now.
I'm not sure if you saw the text I sent you or not, but I decided to stay on a little bit longer than expected. So you can just taxi Foxtrot Alpha the ramp and cross 4 left. Have a good night.
Foxtrot Alpha, cross the runway, 4 left.
New York approach, Air Canada 1013. We're clear for right on Papa 3.
Air Canada 1013, excellent. Let's make it Kilo Sierra Alpha the ramp and cross runway 4 left at Kilo. Have a good night.
Kilo Sierra Alpha to the ramp, cross 4 left at Kilo. Have a great night. Thanks so much for your service. You've done a great job, Air Canada 1013.
No worries, we'll see you then.
Alright guys, we've got a clearance. Parking brake off. We'll give it a little thrust. Bring in the spoilers. Bring in the flaps, rather. We have to bring in the spoilers as well. in this mod, unfortunately, they don't auto retract. So we're going kilo, so we're going to make a left right here on kilo. And we're going to cross 4 left on kilo. There's 4 left stop bars, so we may continue there. We will turn off the electronic and mobile device phones. We'll let people use their phones.
Left heading 130.
Give them a little announcement. Since we're still on the runway, we keep the strobe. As you saw, one of the airplanes in front of us landed on the wrong runway. We're taxiing by kilo. So
Kennedy approach, JetBlue 84 seems off soon, it's crashing, so we'll be logging off anyway, thanks.
Blue 84, no worries, we'll see you.
And we're going to make a left on Sierra, and a right on Alpha. That's why I was getting ahead of myself, tongue-tied. So we're going to follow this line, a little bit dark, clear on the right, clear on the left. Oh, we missed the line, that's because we were panning the camera. Remember I mentioned when we were taxiing out of Halifax not to pan the camera. I didn't want to pan it because something like that might happen. But, at least we caught it, so we're still on kilo. Kilo makes a little jump to the left, and it goes right in, but he gave us kilo Sierra. This is Sierra right here. I'm using the Navigraph charts, guys. I'm not zooming in on these ones, but that's Sierra, as you can see. After Sierra, I want Alpha. I believe that's our first right. So if I use this, ooh, yep. I got a little bit of help from the lightning there, so there's Alpha, so we're going to make a right.
Approach Eastern 960, level
The APU is probably available. There it is. We'll go ahead and turn that on.
Eastern 960 in the air, hello, your radar.
So we're on Alpha.
5 miles
Are we on Alpha?
metro intersection, altitude indicates 8,000.
We're on Alpha.
Fly heading 090
There's Alpha.
and
Alpha to the gate.
4
So he said Alpha. I'm a little bit confused because Alpha seems to be a beam to Sierra. Oh, I see Sierra Alpha's down there. I made a left, or a right where I wasn't supposed to, but that's okay. So we're just going to follow this one right in. He's not going to give us a hard time. We've been very good on the network up until now in the midst of other people. Doesn't seem that he even noticed that we took the wrong taxiway. It's not really his job as a ground controller anyway. So we're going to follow this right in. The ground control guys will be giving us a hard time because we still got the lights on. So turn off the taxi lights, turn off the runway lights. Right in here, and we'll come to a stop any minute. Oh, a little bit too much. A little bit too soon.
6, turn left heading 140.
140, Pilot Club 6.
There we go. Park that. Stop that. Set the parking brake. We will call in the jetway. Spawn a tug for external power. Double check that we have APU, which we do. And we will go ahead and shut off. Whoopsie, wrong one. Shut off engine 2. Shut off engine 1. Now Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to do its logbook thing. There it is, 1 hour, 48 minutes. So we'll just continue there. We'll go up top. Turn off the fuel pumps. We can go ahead and turn off the cabin lights. We're going to double check. The N2 pressure is below about 10, which it is. We'll go ahead, turn off the beacon light, turn off the seatbelts, see who's outside, just the truck. We'll get the external coming, spawn the baggage, spawn the catering, double check that that's spawned properly. There they are now. We'll get the baggage and the catering to service the aircraft. As you can see, the jetway attended quite nicely. I wonder if I can go into the McDo menu and the Atsu, the weight and balance, and go over to passengers and click 0. That I can. And now start boarding. And look at that. The passengers will slowly onboard the aircraft from the back. So that's a little bit unrealistic. They would board the aircraft from the back, but they would not deboard the aircraft from the back. You would have passengers deboard from the front. That's because, as we saw earlier,
New York approach JetBlue 884.
Jetway is connected to the front of the aircraft.
6 miles from Cameron.
After this, let's take care of a few more things. Clean up. We have the external power truck connected, so we'll turn that on just for the time being. Get the cruise supply air off, ground control audio on, as the engines are now off. Ground fault generator, we're shutting off the aircraft for the night, so we'll turn the generators off. That's not a big deal. And we're also finished with tonight, so we'll, whoops, wrong way. We'll turn off the ADRs, 1,
turning now to
IR2,
Pilot Club 6.
and IR3, we'll turn that off.
You can make it left turn heading 010 to
The strobe light's still on, because I'm an umpty,
Left
so
010.
we'll turn off that. Yeah, it was on. So, the nav light's on, we're still in the airplane.
Miles from Doon, cross Doon, outer above 1,700, cleared ILS runway 4 right approach.
The emergency exits
Third
can stay
ILS,
armed, that's
4
fine.
right approach,
We're
Pilot
good
Club
to go.
6.
So guys,
And the aircraft calling over Cameron, unfortunately,
that's
I don't cover
it for the stream tonight. It was a good landing. Let's check the, it seems, I hope that the Fly
Okay,
Live
copy. I
studio
thought New York
worked.
approach was online. It was just
I don't think it
Sorry
did.
about that.
I'm very
Yeah,
sorry for
it
that.
was a shift change that just
I
happened.
gotta see what's going
No
on
problem.
with
See
that.
you later.
I forgot to set it up again right before I landed, but
Heavier
what I
5
can do
miles
is
from
bring
Indy,
over
turn left
Valenta
heading
just before we
070,
go
descend and
and
maintain
check out my
3,000,
flight, close JFK,
300 close Alpha Homo,
close,
cleared ILS
review
4
my
right
flight, and it wasn't the best landing, but 203 feet per minute, landing rate G-force of 1.48, so not the worst. There's our flight. This is where he had us vectored off our departure.
Too high and need a vector for the resequence.
This is where he had us back. That was our tiny little on course and then back to vectors. And then this was another hard vector and over onto direct. And we are direct. This was into Boston.
4 left on Kilo, taxi
We were with
Kilo
Boston
to the ramp
quite a
of
long
American
time.
716. Thanks for your ATC.
We made the left turn onto the approach, descended. We got New York approach. And we came nice. Right around quite nicely. And this, we missed the perfect arc there because I, again, was a numpty. I forgot to activate the localizer mode. However, that was us. We landed pretty much right on the runway. 204 feet per minute. We exited on Papa 3. It's not labeled there, but it is on Navigraph charts. If you have them, you can see there where I was landing. If you don't, I highly recommend it. We crossed runway 4 left on Kilo, made a left on Sierra, and we were supposed to join Alpha to the ramp. We didn't. We joined Romeo Golf here. So slapped me on the wrist a few times. It wasn't perfect flight, but we had some positives. We had definitely some good positives. We had a smooth approach. We had a decent landing. It wasn't exactly wings level. I keep coming back to that, but any landing that the aircraft works again and you can walk away from is a good landing. So I call it a good landing. I've definitely had better, but and everybody, last time we talked, I was on about my 98th flight on Vatsim, and I've done quite a few flights off streaming. I'm sorry that I'm not streaming more often, but that was my 102nd flight on the Vatsim network. It's very exciting for me, sort of earning my wings, as it were. So 100 flights, quite happy about that. So here we are. We can turn off the predicted wind shear, open the door, reset the wind, turn off mode C, set TCAS to standby, flap 0, ground spoilers not armed. That's it. We can turn off the cabin light. I'll turn off the aircraft before we do our usual departure. And I'll leave ATC for you guys, just so you can listen a little more. And I'll turn off the APU. But I will need the external power, just for ATC. So we'll leave that on. And here it was. Thanks guys so much again for coming. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. We've had a lot of ATC. I appreciate all your comments and everybody's views. Really, every view to me matters. And if you do post a comment, I will review it. I will get back to you. That was our flight today from Halifax to Newark. 1 hour 45 minutes. So guys, that's not the view I want. That's more the view I want. Thanks for coming. There'll be another flight soon. We're getting better at this. We're going to get the bar working. I really wish I could figure that one out. But anyway, have a great night and take care, everybody. Keep safe.
welcome to Newark, taxi right, Papa left Zulu, cross runway 29 on Papa, hold short runway 4 left.
Taxi Papa Zulu, 29er, hold short, 4 left, Pilot Club 6.
Rogue 1, turn left heading 130. Rogue 1, you're 7 miles from Gritty, turn left heading 070, descend and maintain 2,800 till established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 4 right approach.
Turn left 080, descend and maintain, did you say 2,800?
It's a left heading 270 and descend and maintain 2,800 till established. Turn left heading 070, descend and maintain 2,800.
070, descend and maintain 2,800.
And Rogue 1, you're 7 miles from Gritty, cross Gritty at or above 2,800, cleared ILS, runway 4 right approach.
Cross at 2,800 or below, clear ILS 4.
Just to confirm, that's runway 4 right. LL 960 heavy, welcome to Newark, cross runway 4 left on Kilo. Then, actually, I'm sorry, cross runway 4 left on, yeah, that's Kilo there, and then taxi Kilo and Alpha to the ramp.
4 left on Kilo and Kilo off the ramp, Eastern 960, thanks.
Okay, actually, if you turn there, it's going to be cross on Juliet then.